Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast, Life from Our Angles. It's
Amanda.
Alex.
Audie,
Nina.
and we are so happy that you have joined us today on this beautiful Sunday evening. It's kind of gloomy outside. It's starting to feel a lot like winter, so kind of thankful for some colder weather, huh?
I don't know if I could say thankful.
I'm not a cold person.
Okay.
We did establish that last time. I don't know. I think it's a nice change of pace, and I like to take advantage of the coldness before it gets like hot for 90% of the year.
For sure.
I'm okay if it's cold, if it's like sunny cold.
I feel though it hasn't been sunny at all this whole week.
It's been really rainy,
Mm-hmm.
kind of gloomy outside. But Alex brought up a good point, 90%. 90% of, we're almost done with the year. Like we probably spent
know.
90% of 2024. We're about to step into 2025.
That's crazy.
And there's so much to think about, so much to reflect on. I know for me personally, like 2024 growing up always seemed like such a far year, such a far date away. It was my graduation year and
Our graduation year.
our graduation year. And that time has now come and gone. So crazy to think of, like, time is just flying by. You don't get these moments back. But I think I've had a great year. Y'all, how's your year been?
It's been good. I don't know. There hasn't been much to this year. You know, like, I feel like it was just every other year for me. But this upcoming year, I feel like I have a lot
To look forward
tuned.
to?
Yes.
I like that for you.
I would say this is probably one of my most pivotal years. It's
Yeah.
a lot of like big life changes, graduating with my master's and starting like a full-time position, starting to live into that adulthood. But I don't know, I'm just reflecting a lot this year and what my future can be and what the next kind of few years holds, and I'm excited for it.
That's great. Amanda?
I felt like I had what your year was last year for me. So this year kind of was just there wasn't like a lot going on, but it kind of just felt like I'm an adult.
I feel like you settled down this year.
I did.
In a good way, though.
Yep. I did. So it was a good year.
But you moved out of your parents' house, so that's a really pivotal thing this year.
That was actually on my vision board. I said my goal was by the end of 2024 I would be living on my own. Accomplished that really early on. Well,
Good.
actually halfway.
Good.
So now I'm kind of like I get to do whatever I want.
Awesome.
I will say, have you done a vision board for like 2025 yet?
Not yet for 2025.
I would love to host y'all over and like to do a 2025 vision board with everybody and just kind of like do a night like that.
I'm down.
I think it'd be
That'd
nice.
be cute.
I'm there. Just let me know when. Give me a date so I can mark my calendar. But with 2024 coming to an end, I kind of want to take this time to reflect on some fun products, some fun things that you feel have been so integral to this year. Maybe something new, something that you've had for a while that you've come to really appreciate. I can get started. I'll go first. We'll go one item each round.
Okay.
Okay.
So my first item that I loved 2024, and I think I found it, I started using it in 2024, was the Color Wow Dream Coat Spray. It's a spray that helps with humidity and it's anti-frizz. Growing up, I hated, like, in the winter, colder months, like, having staticky hair. I just, like, it's just, you get, like, shocky and it's, like, really not fun. And so I came across this spray and I started using it, and it's been so great. It helps with the humidity a lot. I know we live in the southern part of our country, and the southern part of our state. So for us, humidity is really bad here, and I'm sure we can all relate to doing our hair, getting all nice ready, and then walking out, and then the humidity like completely ruining it. So I have seen this spray help with that a lot. You can purchase it at probably like an Ulta or Sephora.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually kind of looking for a nice hair oil or spray or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How do you use that?
So when I wash my hair, after I get out of the shower, I spray that first on my hair. So, and you can use it very liberally and you can spray it. And then it's meant to put in your hair with wet hair, is my understanding. I'm not sure if you can put it on dry hair,
Okay.
but I always put it on my wet hair brush it and then I blow dry my hair, but it's amazing.
You can also find it at like your local drugstore.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it at Walmart the other day.
It's great. I love it. It's an amazing product, and it's definitely helped my hair game.
Nice. Well, I guess I'll go. And speaking of hair, my first product is the Shark Air Wrap. And I'm gonna say the Shark because that's what I have. But a lot of people who don't have any hair wrap always want to know what should they get, the Dyson or the Shark. And after using both, I will say for my thick, long hair, I specifically like the Dyson better, but the Shark will do its thing as well, and the Shark is less expensive than the Dyson. The Dyson, you're getting more for your
$1.
Bang for
Yes.
your buck.
But if you are on a budget and you still want to get the same effect, the Shark.
I will say though, comparing the prices, the Shark is still like $300,
It is.
and the Dyson is like $5.
Six.
So if you could save a little more money, I would invest in the Dyson if you can.
Would you
If
agree?
you're saying that the Dyson is like it's better than the Shark and you get more money you get more item than your money for your money.
Yes. And I know Nina's probably.
Speaking of someone who has the Dyson,
Did you buy your Dyson?
it was a
Same.
present last
yeah.
year,
Mm.
and that was actually my first on my list was my Dyson, just because it's like I don't even know how many, like a 5-in-1, 7-in-1 almost.
A set, yeah.
A set, and it's just so convenient for anything, and it's
Yep.
fast, and it gives you what you need, and it gives you what you want.
So for the first half of 2024, I was still living with Nina, and
Mhm.
I was constantly using her Dyson 24/7 to the point where when I was when I moved out, there was like 1 or 2 months before my birthday, and I knew that they wanted to get me that for my birthday, but I literally could not wait for it. So that's why I bought the Shark because
Do you think they would have given you the Dyson?
I think they would have.
I thought they were going to get you the Dyson.
yeah, I think they would have gotten the Dyson, but that's how much I really wanted it because my hair is crazy when I wake up, and the only thing that can tame it that fast is a Shark or a Dyson. So I just said, screw it. I don't have $500, but I have $200 or $300, so I'm gonna buy the Shark.
I think also that's like funny that y'all say that and that y'all really love it because I think Audie and I have very stick straight hair, and you and Nina have like more volume up to the top, like a little wave, a little
Wavy,
curl.
yeah.
So that makes sense that you both really enjoy that product, which is nice.
I love
Mhm.
it.
But
I've
I'm gonna
never tried it.
I've never either.
I want to do it on. I like doing it on other people's hair.
Maybe you
Perfect
can bring it to
for
Christmas.
Well, and
Our moon board.
our vision board.
I will say too, and the reason why I was okay with getting the Shark was because when I went to Daytona, Florida, which humidity and by the ocean, I didn't have the Dyson, and my roommate had a Shark, so I used that Shark every single
So
day.
you got to test it.
Exactly, I used that Shark every single day, and my hair stayed. So I'm like, if my hair can deal with Florida weather, then I'm like, okay,
You're like, it's not that bad to where it wouldn't work, and it would be a waste of an investment.
correct.
Well, I'll keep it on the hair products as well because that was mine too. But mine is the Amika Soul Food hair mask. They have like other lines and stuff like that, but I was gifted that, like a little sample of it last Christmas.
And I was too, and I lost it, Mia. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm devastated that I can't find it to try it out.
I picked it up. I picked it up from like you know how you put like your Christmas stuff like kind of in the back, and sometimes you don't like, you wait to like bring it out of its
Oh, I
bag
love
or
when
whatever.
I do that. 'Cause,
For,
like
like, a
it's like
month.
another Christmas
Right?
present. That you
Yeah, so
forgot to wrap.
I found it and I started using it and I went through that quick. So I like later in the year I got like the full entire jar, and you can use that on wet or dry hair. And I think the big jug of it was like, I want to say maybe $25-$30.
Why do you like it?
It makes my hair really soft and smooth. My conditioner, or our conditioner that we use, Audie and I, it's Nioxin. So it's for like dandruff and things like that. But
I love
what
that.
our hairstylist told us is that the conditioner isn't really supposed to be used for the ends. It's supposed to be used for your scalp since it has that treatment in it.
Hmm.
So I use the Amika to make the ends of my hair smooth
And
and soft.
I don't use conditioner
Neither do I.
at all. I don't even use antioxidant. I don't use nothing.
Same.
I never do. But maybe I ought to start trying.
Yeah. So I really like that. And my hair smells so good after. And Audie can
I-
attest to that.
I will verify. That does smell good.
Yeah. And there are a couple products in there that I threw in there, but that was very new. But the Amika is what I really like.
Noted.
Next item.
My next item on my list would be the Ordinary Skin Serum line-esque. I use the acne one. So there's 3 different products. There's now 4. I haven't really integrated the 4th one into my line or my regimen, but I start off with the salicylic acid, the 2% one, and then after that I do the niacinamide, the 10%, and zinc 1% one, and then I finish it with the aloe 2% serum. So there are 3 serums. I use them at night and in the morning. I use all 3 at night in that specific order, and then in the morning I use the niacinamide and the aloe. I have loved them. Literally such a game changer. All growing up and really middle school, high school, I had like these bumps on my forehead. It wasn't red, like they weren't full grown pimples. You couldn't pop them. Like
Just like texture.
yeah, it wasn't blackheads or anything. Like I tried everything under the sun. Like I thought maybe exfoliating, nothing. It really was just texture. And like I spoke with my esthetician about like what my forehead, like my problems were, and she actually recommended this line. And sure enough, definitely helped with the texture of my forehead by far, like biggest difference. And it worked within like 2 weeks. So it was great, really simple. And the aloe vera especially helps a lot with like acne scarring. So that's really good for somebody who thinks you could use like a serum to help with that. So loved that line. Thankful I was introduced to it, and I recommend it for a lot of people.
So that's funny that you say that because I actually have used all of that and it didn't work for me.
Really?
Yeah.
But I don't really have acne. My skin's not knock on wood, I don't really suffer with a lot of acne. It was just the texture that was on my forehead.
Right.
But that it cleared up like instantly.
Yeah, mine is hormonal acne. So like for me, I have to use the like medicated prescription drugs. That's the only thing that's worked for me.
Interesting.
Yep. And yeah.
What's your next item?
Mine. Okay. I guess we're going to stay with skincare because my next item is, okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Alastin.
Alastin
Okay. Alastin.
or Elastin?
Elastin. Anyways, Elastin tinted sunscreen. It is what?
Does Mom have that too?
Yes.
She wants to get it for me.
Yes, it is. I've tried so many different types of sunscreens, and so many different types of tinted sunscreens, because I do have a acne prone skin and a lot of hormonal acne. That when I went to my dermatologist, I used to use the Elta MD as tinted, and that wouldn't break me out. Besides that one, all of the other skin sunscreens would break me out, like Supergoop, etc. All of those would break me out. I use It Cosmetics. I love it. And then my best friend Lauren, she is an esthetician at a med spa in Austin, and so I went to go get a facial from her because of the Friends discount. Shout out. And she put on this sunscreen on me, and like I like Elta MD, but I felt like the tinted sunscreen was so sheer that it seeped into my skin for the first 2 hours, and then you would see my redness throughout the day. And I know you're supposed to reapply, but I just don't have time for that. This one stays on my face like for a long time, and it's almost like a foundation where I don't even have to put makeup on. So I put that on when I don't want to put makeup on, and then I'll just use concealer and touch up my under eyes for the workday. I highly recommend it because it's a really good sunscreen and it's good for your face.
Nice. Mine, I guess it not really falls in the same category, but mine is the Patrick Tall blush that
That's a good
Amanda
one.
Loki put me on. It's
did.
the one that I think it's called She's Giving. I want to say
Yes.
possibly one of those,
Yes.
but
Is it a liquid blush?
no. Well, it is like
It's a cream and a
cream
powder.
and a powder one.
Oh, it's like the
The duos.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
but
love
the
it.
reason why I love it, I don't know. In my friend group, I think we all went around like a day ago saying like my friend is like a lip girl, a mascara girl, and I came out to be the blush girl, and I think it's cause it just like it shows and it stays on so good. It stays on your
For a
face
long
for a
time.
long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I found out that you put the matte one on before your concealer.
You put the powder.
Yeah, that's matte.
Oh.
Wait, you put the powder on or no?
No, you put the top one on.
The
You put
cream?
the cream.
The cream, sorry. You put the cream on, you put your concealer on,
Oh.
and then you put the powder,
Powder
one
over
on,
top.
and it makes your makeup look so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a little goes a long way too.
It does. But I've heard him say that you do the cream, concealer, powder, but then you put cream again on top.
Oh.
I've also heard that too.
Yeah, that's how I do mine with his. And it does make a difference. But
Mhm.
I love his too. That's a good pick.
Yeah, I just
Little-
use the powder.
Little segment out of this conversation. As I get older and like hearing this conversation, I am not a makeup girly. I'm not in the makeup trends. I don't use the fancy products. I just haven't gotten around to I don't even know who Patrick Ta is. And
Well, I feel like it's the only reason why I got into his was because I was looking for a new blush
Mm-hmm.
because I literally had it since high school and I'm done with my master's. So that's how long. Like I've had that makeup, literally the same compact since high school, and I'm like, girl, this needs to change. You need to evolve.
Yeah. And as I got older, my high school makeup didn't start looking good on my face anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
So, and then I've had friends who were makeup girlies, so I'm kind of like, well, what are you using?
because
You know what I
I've
mean?
never, I don't even use liquid contours. I don't use any of that,
Mhm.
like cream, nothing. I
It'll
haven't
depend.
learned.
But I
Yeah.
feel like have you seen like the low contrast, medium contrast, high contrast?
Yes.
You're a low contrast girl, which means like your makeup is pretty much your skin.
Mhm.
and you
and you don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
think
I
so.
feel like I need something on my face and you can tell when I'm wearing makeup, but
Mhm.
it's not like high glam or anything like that. It's like a
Yeah.
little step up from what you do, but that's only because I recently started implementing that.
Interesting.
Like I wear blush on my eyebrows. I mean, not my eyebrows. On my, I'd use when I use the Patrick Ta
Yeah.
blush, I put the powder on my eyelids
As eyeshadow.
as eyeshadow. And that's what I started doing very recently.
Cute.
I'm not an
Um,
eyeshadow girly.
Same.
I think you would if
Same.
like the little haziest bit of your blush and it just kind of like rounds out your entire makeup. You should try it.
I do my contour or my bronzer.
do
on my
bronzer
eyelid as my.
I do that too sometimes.
Like for competitions, I hate doing.
Yeah, you dancers do a lot of makeup.
But you have to, and that's like
yeah, you have to.
because then you get washed out. Not a cheerleader on the sideline, like, hey.
Real. Next.
The makeup got
So
called
my
ugly.
my product is not skincare or like face type. It's actually my Kendra Scott Apple Watch band. Audie was saying in the last episode that she wanted a regular watch instead of like her smartwatch. At work, we have this like wellness platform that we get points for our steps and for working out and stuff. So I actually turned like my boss onto a Kendra Scott watch, and she has the exact same one and like all
Aw.
silver. She's the cutest.
Wait, I think that's so funny because I have been wanting a watch to track my steps, but I said I don't want an Apple Watch because I don't want a small TV on my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
But after seeing your Kendra Scott band, it looks very like dainty.
Yeah, and I actually like it because it you can dress it down, dress it up, and when you go into work, it doesn't look like a sports band. It looks like a nice watch. And you don't. I think I have the bigger face one of like the size of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So you could get the smaller one if you don't want something dainty. I have a big arm. I'm the biggest of the four of us. So and Amanda's like pretty tiny. So if you get the smaller one, it might fit more like
Do you-
accustomed to your
So
wrist.
when you go to a nice event, do you wear that?
I
Yes.
do. I didn't for the gala
Okay.
for the red and white ball, but when I go for anything else, I will. And it looks fine, and it matches like all my jewelry too that I wear.
It is really pretty. My third item that I loved incorporating into my 2024 little regimen would be the L'Oreal
Telescopic. Mhm.
waterproof mascara. So I actually grew up. I'm I'm actually the fourth of 5 cousins, and I grew up watching my older sister use telescopic mascara. She has beautiful lashes, super long,
Thank
super
you.
curly, naturally amazing lashes. And she used the telescopic carbon black one. And so I was like, okay, when it was time for me to start wearing makeup, I was like, I guess I'll try that out. And if you know me personally, you know I have really long lashes, but they're straight. In fact, they kind of curve down, honestly. I used to call them my little tarps. But I could just never get them to hold a curl. Never, never, never. No matter how much I layered my mascara, no matter how much I curled it, like it just would never stay curled. And I was talking to one of my friends, probably like February, March of 2024. Shout out Lexi. She literally was like, "Have you tried waterproof mascara?" And I was like, "Well, I hear that like it's really bad for your lashes." And she's like, "It's really in how you take it off. If you take it off if you take off waterproof mascara incorrectly, it could cause long-term damage, but if you're mindful and considerate, then I think you should be fine." So she encouraged me to try waterproof mascara, and boy, was she right. Ever since then, I've been using the telescopic waterproof mascara, and my lashes now hold a curl pretty well. A lot better than they did originally. So
I will say you have had a glow up since graduating high school.
don't gas me
I
up.
No,
bet.
I'm going to let you know, like it's definitely been it's slight because you are pretty, you know what I mean, and you have been, but like I think you just kind of have gone like transition and you've elevated a little bit, which I just want to let you
Slay.
know.
I think I will agree. So, like going to college, especially at the university I attend, it's a different breed out there, and I think I've definitely like picked up on their mannerisms and like some things that they do, and kept the good stuff, and kind of continued on with some things I maybe don't agree with. But I
like
have
that.
learned a lot, slowly but surely, different things.
Amanda,
Nice.
Me? This last one, I didn't really know what to say. So I think the one thing that's coming up to my head that I feel like I've used quite often is this Free People bag dupe. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
your black one that's what is it? It's
Like
not
puffy.
crochet, but it's like puffy. It's quilted.
That's what quilted.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quilted. So I got it at Target for $25, and it's the Free People dupe. And I wanted to get it because, you know how like everyone was in their
Bays.
no. I don't recommend bees. Fanny pack.
Oh
Era?
yes,
Yeah,
crossbody.
Crossbody.
Yeah.
Everyone was like fanny pack, fanny pack, fanny pack, and I had a fanny pack, or I still do. But I'm kind of like, I'm like 25 years old. I don't need to be wearing a fanny pack, and I kind of have a lot more to haul with me when I'm not out, like at an event, when I'm running errands, when I'm out and about, not when I'm going somewhere fancy. So I was like, I wanted a cute little bag that I can bring everything to go to my bar classes and teach, and not lugging something in my Bays weekender or in a small fanny pack, because my fanny pack was starting to get like big with my socks and my keys and my wallet. So I was like, I need a bag. So
Mhm.
It's a cute little toe, and I think it carries a lot of stuff.
it does.
And I think it's a pretty mix of like cute, pretty, but it's still like versatile. To like you
Mhm.
could take it to a gym, you could take it to a
Yeah.
yoga studio
Yep.
or a bar studio, like,
Mm-hmm.
and you could honestly bring it into the office, and it kind
Yeah.
of pass as like a semi appropriate
Work
professional
bag.
toe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nina,
All right, this one's kind of like dumb, but like when we were thinking about these, I felt like I had one every day, which is kind of bad. Energy drinks.
oh,
Celsius
don't
sponsor
do it.
us.
Don't do it. Don't
You
fall
should
for the
sponsor
trap.
us. But I just felt like there was always one around me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And it's more of like there was a time where I felt like I was relying on it. And I was like, okay, I need to step away from
No
it.
bueno.
I
No good.
understand though, because when you're in high school and your schedule is all over the place,
Yes.
every day is something different.
And like I'm not drinking it because I want to. I'm drinking it because I feel like I need to.
which is bad.
So bad.
I don't think
so
I
bad.
ever tried an energy drink
The siren should
until
go
like
off in your
a
head.
couple years ago, and then I was like, I don't like it. My heart was like the Celsius,
Pounding.
like because they would sell them at work, and I was like, oh, let me try it because everyone says that they're great, and I tried it, and I was like, oh, I feel a difference, and I was like, nope.
No, yeah. I need
And
to
I
be
haven't drank it
stopped.
since.
Well, honestly, I used to drink Celsius a lot when I was first teaching bar, but then I used to get really bad sinus infections. And
Is there a correlation?
I went to
Interesting.
an allergy doctor and I told him my
Symptoms.
We are not medical professionals, but
Yeah.
this is our stories.
Right. This is my experience.
Full disclaimer.
And I told him kind of like my routine of what I consume usually, and he goes, "Well, caffeine will do that to you."
Oh, the caffeine will.
Which is an
Energy.
Yep. And he goes, it's gonna clog your nose. And I feel like ever since I stopped drinking Celsius, I haven't had a sinus infection in a really long time.
Interesting. Nina, do you feel like how many do you drink a day?
Oh, just one a day.
Okay.
But I think I've gotten better.
365 a year.
Every day.
But I've gotten
In the morning, like afternoon crash.
This was my thought because I'm a high schooler, so I go through that, and then I have dance, and then I have homework. So I just feel like I have so much going on.
But like a cheese stick doesn't help, or like a Cheez-It during the day.
No, but usually I'll drink it going before practice.
Wow.
So it would be in the middle of the day at 2:00.
I don't know
would
if it's genetics, but I just don't have energy either.
I don't. And I told my mom that I feel like I need to go to the doctor and get my levels checked.
I think y'all should look into holistic energy.
Do you like how many fruits and veggies do you eat per day, like per serving?
Per day?
per day.
Like
I love
per
fruits.
serving,
I
do
feel
you
like I'm
eat
always
like
I eat
fruit
a
and
lot of
veggies all the
fruits.
time?
I eat a lot of fruit and veggies.
Do you drink a lot of water?
Yeah,
Okay, not gonna lie, the water
No.
does get me.
the water gets me too.
It gets me, but I don't like. I feel like I either like if I'm not. I don't really drink a lot of water, which is why I force myself to carry around a bottle. But I won't drink anything, and that's what's like bad. Like I could sit during a meal and not have a sip of anything.
Yeah,
Oh, heck no.
And that's bad.
that is. Yeah, I
Um,
get that.
And then when I do, I'll be like, oh, tea, or like if I have
Mhm.
like a coffee during the
I feel
day.
you on
But
that.
Mhm.
so that's when, and then my eyes start switching, and I'm like, oh, too much caffeine.
That's
Yeah.
But yeah, I
crazy.
just need to drink more water.
When I was in high school, the only time I would ever drink energy drinks would be like right before a competition when we'd be getting ready to compete.
I never.
I would
never
always-
did.
I've never had my own energy drink. My teammates always drank them. I'm sure
Mhm.
you're that teammate that drinks them.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was always a teammate that was like, okay, I get the first sip and then like y'all finish it. So I would have one swig of like whatever energy drink they were drinking, and like that was good enough for me. Now going to college, which is so surprising because everyone says how like you're going to be addicted to coffee in college and all this and that. I don't drink caffeine Monday through Thursday at all. I drink water for every single meal, and then I allow myself to have caffeine on Fridays and Saturdays and maybe Sundays, but typically not. And I think that's honestly helped my body not become dependent on caffeine.
Yeah.
So maybe something to kind of try, like if you wean yourself off of it, I think your body can kind of level itself out, and then over time your body will adjust to the energy that you need to do what you needed to get done. So I don't really drink caffeine, and then my only caffeine intake would probably be like matcha, like a matcha latte, but even then that's not nearly as much caffeine as that's
Mhm.
in like Celsius or Lonnie's or
But I don't
No, yeah.
like for me, I don't drink things because of the way that I feel after. Like I like coffee because I genuinely like the taste of coffee.
interesting.
And
That's
when
one
I
of the other
want a coffee,
things.
like it's because I want a coffee or soda. Like I genuinely like the taste of soda.
I have to like earn things for
Yeah.
me in my head. I have to be like, if I will only drink this if I blank. Like, I have to give myself like rewards. But
Mhm.
I don't know.
I don't drink soda. I drink a lot of coffee.
Last item, Alex.
My last item is my Longchamp bag. I had been wanting this before going on the trip to Europe, and I turned every single person in our family onto it without even knowing,
Oh,
and
you're gonna turn me into it.
they all copied me.
It's your fault. You told us we should all get one.
I said, if we're here in London and we're here, get one because, and I've used it like every day since. It's very versatile. I can like the handle's brown and the body is black, so you can wear it with brown, you can wear it with black. It's professional enough to you can take it as like a work. And I have the large one, and
It
if
fits
it's like a laptop, if
everything.
it's everything, it can fit a water bottle. I've fit like multiple, like my lunch boxes and stuff, like
Mhm.
they have fit in there, and I don't have to take like an additional lunch box. And
You did get everybody on the trend. I love my long
yeah,
champ bag.
I
bought
literally
one
do.
because she bought one.
Well, I've been wanting one for a long time, and I remember when you were about to get one, you asked me my opinion on the Weekender bag, and then because you were also in between that, and the long.
Well,
Champ.
we got weekenders because of our trip to Europe. We
Mhm.
all kind of splurged on it. Thank you, Mia. Thank you, Grandma. But you had the mini weekender, I believe. I
Yes.
think we had the regular one. So I was considering doing the
Yes.
mini weekender.
And I told you, I said no, you should go
Right.
for the long. How do you pronounce it?
Long champ.
champ.
Long.
It's really pronounced long champ, but
Long
it's
champ.
long
Long
champ.
champ.
Long champ.
Mhm.
And I said go for that one. And I've been wanting one, which I will probably get one, but I don't know when.
Get one. I like him. I use mine, and it's convenient because the way Alex sold us on it was that you can like fold it up, buckle it together,
Yes.
and it doesn't take up a lot of space when you're
No,
not
yeah.
using it. So
Mhm.
really convenient. I loved it. Transitioning from all the things we've loved from 2024, I kind of want to set some intentions for 2025, and I think a good way to do that would be maybe like what our New Year's resolution's going to be. I feel like that's always controversial because everyone always says like you stick with your New Year's resolution for probably 2-3 weeks, and then by the time February comes, it's out the window. So anybody have a really New Year's resolution that they're really passionate about?
I would like to start because I feel like this is the first year that I actually have intentions for next year. And it's not just something that I'm like throwing in at the last minute. Like I really have thought about this, and I feel like I have started it even before 2025 so that when we get to 2025, it's like, okay, it's already ingrained in my routine.
Let's do it.
So my New Year's resolution is like the year of me. A couple episodes we talked about previously, like my love language is like very much service and very much doing of others. And even with my parents, I'm very considerate with them in spending time with them, and all, because I live so close that I feel like I need to be with them. And it's hard to get things done. So on my own time. So I have set a schedule of how many times I'm going to see my parents throughout the week. And I have let them know that.
We love
and
boundaries.
Yeah, and it's not even like a boundary, but it's just being more considerate of my own time. I have specific goals for myself, and I'm trying to become future me, because my excuse and the reason why I wouldn't focus on myself is, oh, I have school, oh, I have this, oh, I have that. And it's like, you know what? Everything is done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to just focus on what my next stage of life is going to be, and it starts right now. So it's going to be the year of me. So
I love
I'm going to
that,
work out
Alex.
for myself. I'm going to set a specific schedule and really like plan of what I want my future to look like.
Yay.
That's good. I love that those intentions for 2025, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope
Thank you.
you can come back December of 2025 and feel accomplished, like you've kind of matched your intentions. Amanda, any intentions?
Me?
Good answer.
Yeah.
Nina.
That's what I've been feeling like, because last year I had intentions for this year, and I don't know if it's because I've been so occupied with, I don't even know, that I feel like I haven't had time to actually think about what's the new year's coming up and what I want for myself.
Yeah, it's kind of
All-
like going, like passing by you.
Mm-hmm. And it's just, I feel like I'm in such a standstill moment in my life where I'm kind of just, let me write it out until the right moment, which I hate saying that because there's never a right moment for anything.
Absolutely.
So I'm still trying to figure out things for myself, I would say, what's next. But I will say one thing that I do want more for myself next year is I do want to pray more.
I love that.
I love that. That was actually what I'm going to
Yeah.
piggyback off of what you say when you're finished.
Because I think my mom, someone had asked me a question the other week. I think it was my mom or my dad, both of them. They were like, do you pray every day? And I'm like, not really, actually.
yeah.
I only pray when everything's go really good or really bad. And that's not going to say it's not a bad thing, but I would actually...
But Jesus wants to hear your every day.
Right. I want to start praying, incorporating that in my daily routine.
That's amazing, Amanda. I love that for you. And I know Jesus loves hearing that too. So I hope you continue with that. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm going to piggyback off of what you said. I think my intentions for 2025, I don't really know how to phrase this or put it into words, but the best way I could do it, for lack of a better term, I think I'm gonna like choose God choose Jesus and go all in. I think for my entire life I've always been like semi in, 75% in, not completely 100% in. And I was having a conversation with one of my friends, Deanna, earlier this year, and we were talking, and she asked me, like, what if you were to die right now, what would be the percentage of you going into heaven? And I said 90%. And she asked me why, and I said because I don't think I'm 100% like all in when it comes to my faith. And I think that's probably the biggest intention that I want to set for 2025 is to really hone in and follow, what God wants for me, and kind of completely submerge and surrender to his life and his love and go all in. And I'm really excited. I'm starting 2025 off I'm going to a conference in Frisco, and it's with SMC Stumo, and I am really excited to learn and grow and hopefully take that conference and use that to step in the right direction right when the new year starts. And I've kind of started with that. I was talking with Alex, my parents, that I've been doing a morning devotional. And I, read the Bible and kind of reflect on it, and it's definitely helped and put life into a bigger perspective. And I think for me, it was a good step, and I'm ready to kind of take a bigger step into that direction. So
Love that.
that's my intention.
I like that.
I'm ready for like you to rub off on me. And that's why for honestly, because I feel like that has been like the last thing in my head. And
yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time, that it's so easy to put Jesus and your faith in the back burner.
Can I
or only
go
do
ahead.
it when you're on the high of highs or the low of lows.
Right. Can I say, like, piggyback off of that, going back to what I was saying, I think another big resolution that I am going to incorporate is going back to therapy, because hearing you speak of that, right? Because I've always had a relationship with God, and just growing up Catholic, but I felt like it was just just a thing.
He's
like,
there.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said.
It's whenever it's convenient for
Yes.
you. Right.
And like, not to go any deep in it, but I did have a really bad situation regarding the church early on in my life, where I'm kind of like,
skeptical.
although like I'm not completely away from the church anymore, and I would like to repair that relationship. So I think going back to therapy is one of the big things that I want for myself this upcoming year.
That's great. Nina?
Mine kind of is like for myself, and it kind of ties in with the word. Doing the word kind of ties in with the little other subject that we're doing after this. But I feel like I'm so in my head this year, and my New Year's resolution is kind of to get out of that. And I feel like for me to get out of that, because y'all know I'm so outgoing, is to take a step and
A step where?
if take opportunities
Okay.
and not care what other people say and what others do, and having to second guess. And I'm like I know I want to do it, but then I just don't do it, and then I
kind of being
back on
sure
it.
of yourself.
Yes,
That's
so
great.
that's kind of for me, because
And now not allowing other opinions to
sway yours.
yes, and kind of doing things for myself and doing things that make me happy. Like, if I want to go to this place, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna let other people stop me.
That's good. And I don't know, and I can't say how the youngest feels, but I guess you're always kind of having just to truck along to what everybody else wants to do.
Yeah.
And so that's good that you're actually like wanting to see what you want to do, and
Making yourself your priority.
yeah. And
Yeah.
like, honestly, you talking about that makes me like you're going to be 18 this year. Audie's going to be 20. I'm going to be 23, and Amanda's going to be 26.
You didn't have to put me in there.
No. I'm just saying, like,
Where has time gone?
at least, like, maybe not me and Amanda, but like Nina and Audie are really going to be into their new pivotal. Like, Nina's going to be an adult, and Audie's going to be done with her teens. Like, that's crazy, but it's
Still feel like I'm 13, by the way.
I do feel like I'm like 16.
I'm 22 in my head.
But I think that's important that you recognize that, Nina, because I feel like that's such a good step in the right direction of acknowledging that you need to put your priorities first and focus on yourself. And I think if you can take the outside voices out, I think you'll realize what it truly is that you want in your life. And I think that'll better help you feel more rewarding in the long run.
And the
Yeah,
sooner
for
you do
sure.
it now, it'll be easier for you later,
Yeah.
which I think is great because I think that's where like we kind of had the same one and we're on different like tracks, but like I wish that I could do that when I was like 17.
Also, I think therapy has helped me a lot.
That's amazing.
Not
Therapy's
just
so
because, like,
good.
and I feel like people, when they hear therapy, it's like, oh,
Has a
something's
negative
yeah.
connotation.
And I'm
for
like,
real.
no, like, I love my therapist. Like, sometimes we're just girl talking it. And it's like, sometimes you need someone
Just to talk
to
it out.
hear you out. That's not family.
A
That's-
third
and
party.
that's not a bad thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think putting a positive connotation to therapy is something that I think our society needs to kind of get better on. I feel like people take mental health as like a weakness or something that's like lacking, and it's like it really isn't a bad thing. Like everybody deserves to feel loved, cared for, and heard and understood. And I think if that's therapy, then that's great.
Because
Yeah.
even if you don't go to therapy, I bet you have some type of therapy that you're already getting,
Yeah.
but you just don't label it as
Mm-hmm.
therapy.
And
Yeah.
not handling your problems is probably a worse situation to be in. That's the
True.
case.
That is true.
Being in denial. So, what great intentions for 2025. I'm so thrilled to see how it all plans out for us. But kind of wrapping this episode up, we're going to kind of just go around and give one word to wrap 2025 into and pray that it sets that perfect intention. And Alex is going to go first.
Structure.
Journey.
Intentional.
Develop.
All right. There you have it, folks. The closure of 2024 and hello 2025. We are so blessed and thankful each and every one of you guys have joined us and listened to what we had to say this past year. Truly been such a fun ride, and we hope to continue to grow and, kind of share our thoughts on the world. So thank you so much. We wish you a happy end of your 2024 and a great start to your 2025. May you accomplish everything you set your heart to, and all the intentions you have, may they come to fruition.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.